Welcome to Crystal Water Tarot for another reading. This is going to be timeless, and it is going to be for Leo. So let's go ahead and get started. It is the number 22, false perception. You are the master of what you perceive. This is kind of telling me that what you see is how sometimes what you see and how you interpret it is up to you. And that's up to all of us. You can see something and it's up to you. You can see whether or not it's bad or good. That's your decision. You can see the glass half full or you can see the glass half empty. That is totally up to you. You decide it. And sometimes that can make our attitude. If you always look at things as being half full, then that can make us have a much different attitude than if we always see the glass as half empty. And the number is 22, as I mentioned before. Okay, so we see the Justice card in reverse. And so going with this card here of false perception, I'm getting the sense that you don't necessarily see things as always being fair. You may see things as, why do they have that and not me? You may, and it might not necessarily be for you. It may be that, why are things in this world so unjust? Why are these things in this world, why do they happen to people? When we look at certain things in the world, why? Why isn't everything equal? Why isn't that glass always full? Why doesn't everybody have a full glass of water? And so that's what I'm getting. It's like you're actually asking, why? Just why isn't, how could, why aren't the spirits helping everybody? Why do God or the spirits not protect certain people? And I'm getting a sense of that you may be asking why a lot. How can this just be happening to people? And in these times, it's a really great question. And it does make people seem, why are people going through things? And I'm hearing the question why a lot. And then we've got the Three of Cups. And what I'm seeing is that we've got a group here coming together of celebration. Yes, things are necessarily not fair, but yet there are things still to celebrate. There are things to still enjoy in life. Things not necessarily may not always be fair, but if you look at some positive things in life, there are always things to celebrate. We don't take the little things for granted. And what you may look at thinking also, I'm also hearing that, you may look at somebody and think that, hey, they have it all. They have, that person has it all. They're lucky. They don't have to work as hard as I do, that sort of thing. But that may be false. You don't always know what that person is struggling through. You don't know what that person goes through when they get home. What I'm also hearing is that, when you look at that person who has maybe a bad attitude, maybe they're always sarcastic, maybe they treat people in a bad way. You don't know what they're going through. So this is telling me maybe celebrate what you have. Focus on what you have, because what you have should be celebrated. It may not be $1 million. It may not be that top job. But whatever that person you think has gained so much of, You don't know what they've had to give up. They may not be celebrating, or they may not have what you have to celebrate. Because you may have a lot of wonderful people around you, and they may not have that. Page of Swords in reverse. So, Page of Swords kind of talks about being, getting criticized. And news that comes in, that getting that negative news that may be upsetting. But yet when it's upright. But what I'm getting this card is if we look at what the opposites are, I'm seeing some maybe positive news come in. Also, you don't, if you look at in your world, when people, do you get compliments? And how does other people, how do people approach you? How do people treat you? And then if you, when you're looking at other things, when you're looking at, maybe what other people have or how other people are treated, maybe that's, look at how you're treated by others, and that may be a blessing. How that's whole thing. And you may think that somebody's being treated so well, but you're not sure. But look at what they may have to give up. With this card here, this talks about news coming in, and generally it's news that's upsetting. It's not necessarily the best news in the world when it's upright, but you may be getting some positive news, which is great. So again, the way we look at things, you're the one that controls how you see things. You're the one that controls how you judge people. And also I'm getting with this card, if you're in a group of people, sometimes we all have our little cliques, and when we're in our little cliques, it kind of leads us to judge people. And you might want to use your own way that you perceive, not the way that you group of friends perceive, because sometimes we follow rather than the way using what our own brain tells us, and that can lead to negative consequences because we may be judging others based on information that we don't have. And we've got the Fool in reverse. That usually talks about innocence. This here, not so much. Fresh starts. Something may be holding you back because of your perception, the way you see things. That may be keeping you at a stalemate because you don't maybe apply for a job. You don't, maybe if you're single, and you like somebody, you don't say anything because they're never going to judge. They would never go for me because of yada yada. They have money. They don't go for somebody like me. That's a false perception. Maybe they do. You're just using your perception, which could be false because maybe you're not giving that person a chance. Maybe if you're in your little clique, they're telling you, oh, he or she would never go for you, or oh, you would never get that job because, or maybe you're telling yourself because I don't, because they're going to choose somebody else. That to me, you're blocking your own new beginning. You're blocking your own fresh start. So again, the false perception could be blocking your own new beginning, your own next chapter in your own life, based on your own perception, your own false perception, because you're you're making a judgment, which to me, a false perception is kind of, in my mind, a judgment call. That, what are you basing it off from? And it could be false unless you ask the questions, unless you try. And if you're doing it based on people within your group, it could be really misleading, because based on what they're telling you, are they telling you not necessarily out of just holding you back, but because of how they feel about themselves. So look at how you look at things. Look at how you look at that glass of water. Is it half full or half empty? And look at what you have. This card here is number 23, Sacred Prayer. All you must do is ask. Call up the Ascended Masters for guidance. And see, when we were talking about asking questions, all you must do is ask. Ask yourself. Ask the spirits. You know, you've got beautiful doves here. You've got hands. You know, meditate. Say a prayer. However, whatever works for you, to kind of get some guidance. You know, journal. You know, if you need to. Sometimes I sit there and I write the pros and cons. That kind of leads me. And, you know, if it's about somebody, you know, would they like me? What's there not to like about you? Seriously. You're a great person, you know. And then you write it out, and why would you think they would not? You know, you're judging that person. So, you know, sacred prayer, and ask. All you must do is ask. And ask yourself, ask the spirits. You know, you may want to talk to some friends, but again, are you going to, if that friend is not there tomorrow, or please, you know, if that friend is not there tomorrow, you're going to have to depend on yourself, on what you see, on what your perception. So, depend on yourself and the spirits. Outer space. Take time to heal, grow, and expand. And if you've gone through something, maybe you do need to maybe if you've gone through something that you're questioning what you believe, you're questioning what you're seeing, maybe that means that you need to take some time out, and maybe you do need to do a little bit of healing. Maybe you do need to do a little bit more growing. The dark. Take a moment to sit under the stars, star-speckled sky, listening to the crickets and breathing in the cool night air. Again, more reflection. Evolve. The cosmos potential flows through you, and I get a sense of where the answers are lies within you. Now we're going to do a timing card. This could relate to when this is going to happen, when you may go through this, when it may end, when it may start, maybe related to a person. Again, take what resonates and how it may relate to your situation. It's different for everybody because this reading goes out to the collective within 6 months. And I'm getting jellyfish in a lot of colors. And to me, jellyfish is a water sign. Now we're going to get an angel number. And we've got the number 1414, light up, mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook, quality, focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. And I'm getting a sense that, again, the light up kind of goes back to what I'm feeling about that glass half full. Somebody may be coming into your world. But again, that whole mood swings, as you go through whatever you're going through, you may kind of be going back and forth where the glass is half empty, the glass is half full. We all go through that. We all progress. Sometimes we're going to go forward, and then sometimes we take 2 steps back. It is nature. It is human nature that we do this. And we all go through this. And sometimes it hurts, and, but again, it's just part of who we are. Okay, so we have a hand with an eye. And I'm feeling like use your intuition. Use how you feel. Use what your gut is telling you. We have a turtle. And sometimes with the turtle, I feel like keep your head down, or you may be keeping yourself within. Maybe you're afraid to share what your real perspective is. Maybe you tell people what they want to hear. Maybe if you see the glass really half full, maybe because of the people that are around you, you just kind of say, oh, it's really half empty, because that's what everybody else is saying. You go with the flow. Then I'm seeing, I've got 2 seahorses here. So maybe somebody is coming in that's going to see things the way you truly see things, which may be the glass is half full. And something to do with playing music or playing the guitar may have something to do with, maybe you like music. Maybe somebody coming in likes music. I'm going to grab some tiles, which may be related to somebody coming in, somebody in your life at this time. We have a D, Dan, Dexter, Greg, Gary, Marsha, Mary, Robert, Nancy, Melody with the guitar, Quinn, Amanda, George, Umbrella, don't know where that came from, Rainy Day, Adam, Ryan, Ride, that is kind of what I see, or what's coming to mind. If you see more, please share in the comment section. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Please join us again. Thank you.